Hi, my name is Jonny Ruff and I'm the director of Heavyweight.
Body on its own. 8, 2, time.
Well done. So Heavyweight follows the story of Paris and Connor, who are two boxers in a kind of local London boxing gym. And it's essentially kind of like a romance love story between the two, and it kind of like plays on themes of masculinity and sexual identity. Chucku and I, who wrote it, who plays Paris, he's a boxer himself, and he kind of like very ingrained in that world, and he kind of like pitched this idea of what would happen if a boxer kind of like was attracted to another man in that world. I mean, I've never boxed, but I felt it was a great environment to kind of tell that story. I think sexuality is a very fluid thing, and I think especially when you have these ideas of like masculinity and being manly, and how that then goes on to being a homosexual thing, I thought that telling a gay love story itself is just much more powerful and interesting in that world. When it was initially started, it was like two straight guys fall in love with each other, and how do they deal with that in a world where they can't? So it's like a very physical, kind of sexual, like primal story initially. And then in turn we kind of wanted to make it more about a love thing.
She wasn't.
Yeah. So what do you reckon then?
Yeah, what do you reckon?
Well, to be able to tell the story properly, we wanted to set it in one of the most masculine environments that we could. But we also wanted it to be, a very traditional kind of like old school kind of gym. As soon as you walk in, there's an atmosphere, and you could feel the sweat on the walls and like and the blood on the, because there's loads of blood on the floor, blood stains, all this kind of stuff. As soon as you walked in, you had this like weight on your shoulders, and that kind of really helped. The location really helped like put that into the story more.
Cheers, son. Make sure it's spick and spam in the morning, yeah?
It was a big split between how we wanted to shoot it. So obviously with the fights and the choreography itself, that was just very handheld, and we just needed to be in there in the moment, and we knew where they were going, so we wanted to make sure the camera was like in a position to move with them. But when we get into the kind of outside the fighting and in the more, there's a lot of shots. I think if you actually watch it, I think there's probably only about 7 shots. Like a lot of them are long, choreographed, kind of like Steadicam pieces. We figured out what we wanted to do, and then we ran it until we had it. Five Films for Freedom, I never expected it, and so when it kind of happened, and when it kind of came around, I was so kind of like shocked and kind of like excited about it. It's just to have it viewed by so many people and in so many parts of the world, and you hear stories from like last year and how people get like tiny emails or little thanks about how it changed someone or affected someone or touched someone. The possibility that could happen is amazing. Five Films for Freedom's like end line is love is a human right, which I firmly believe, and Heavyweight is a love story, regardless of how you see the character's sexuality. It's a love story, and everyone has the right to that, and you should fight for that.